Hi everyone, welcome back to the Bearded Modelers channel. Sorry it's been a while since my last video. I've moved house, got new displays, new work area, everything. Anyway, I'm here today to talk about a brand new upcoming mod that's coming from Mr. Fusion Designs. So without further ado, let's get down and have a look at it. So here we have the new mod from Mr. Fusion Designs. This is for the Ecto 1. So this is how you'll receive your package, all nicely boxed up, nice and safe in the post. Got some details there from Mr. Fusion Designs from his website, Facebook group, his YouTube page, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and his email address. Plenty of ways to get in touch with him, follow him, give him lots of likes, subscriptions, thumbs up, everything. So, in the package, this is how we receive it. And here we go, let's see what the mod is. There we go, this is how you receive it. This is a replacement panoramic 5-panel mirror that goes in the front windscreen with the Ecto 1 to replace the absolutely terrible thing that we got. So this is how you'll receive it, nicely packaged. Looks very professional. There we go, the Ecto 1 panoramic rear view mirror by Mr. Fusion Designs. Now this is an early sample I've been sent, so this one is out of resin. I've also been sent another sample which has been printed out of PLA. So we'll get down and have a closer look at them both in a minute. So first of all, here are the ones that I've been sent. This is purely for reviewing. I've helped Mr. Fusion Designs come up with the designs for both of these. We have a resin version and we have a PLA version, and this is what Eaglemoss sent us. As we can see, it's what it's meant to be, but it's not very good. And it's not as it should be at all, when it should in fact look something like this. As we can see, it's a square cube box. There is 5 mirror sections. As we can see, they are slightly angled, which is how they should be, angled towards the driver. So we'll get towards fitting it in the future. It's exactly the same length as the standard mirror. Whether this is correct or not, I don't know, but this is more to aid everybody being able to easily fit it to their Ecto 1, because you can just use the original brackets, the original screws, and it's a direct replacement. So we have the same fixing tabs. We have the same fixing tabs between the one that Eaglemoss supplied and the new replacement version. So the two versions. Don't worry about the finish on the mirrors themselves. They do have a protective plastic cover on them, which I'll be removing shortly when we come to the fitting. So the difference in quality between a resin version and a PLA version. So the resin version, as we can see, is super smooth on the finish, but the caveat to this is that it's an extremely brittle material, so screwing screws in the side could result in possibly the tabs snapping, breaking off, or anything like that. And the PLA version, as we can see with the finish, we can see the lines and layers from it being 3D printed. Now hopefully Mr. Fusion is going to work on smoothing this out. We're not too sure yet exactly which version we're going to be going for, so we're just figuring out what is going to be perfect for you guys, really. So that's the new mod, the rear view panoramic mirror, correct as it should look. So moving on to the installation, it really is super simple. So unscrew the existing sun visor, as Eaglemoss call it, it's the panoramic mirror. Unscrew the two brackets out from the body frame of Ecto 1. And I've already done one side here, but we simply just unscrew the hardware from the side, remove the screw and the cap, take the bracket off, and we can discard this piece. And then we take the bracket. Now I've already screwed one side on here. This is the resin version. Ensure that the mirrors are going to be pointing towards the driver, which is on the left hand side, so the mirrors themselves want to be pointing to the left, and then as you can see the bracket on the side wants to be coming up towards the front of the mirrors, with the flat angled slightly backwards. This will position the mirror towards the windscreen, which is where it correctly should be, as opposed to how the instructions show the bracket is the opposite way around, pushing the mirror forwards, which is incorrect. So I'm going to go ahead and fit this over the tab. Now as we can see, the hole in the bracket is exactly correct to fit over the tab, and then again the hole in the hardware piece, if I can get the focus to work correctly, the hole will fit perfectly over the tab, which will hold the bracket in place. Now I've figured a position so that the bracket is coming up just slightly on the corner, should give us the correct angle on the mirror. Take the screw, and then carefully screw the parts together. Now part way through, just give a slightly backwards twist, because this is cutting a thread. I'm also conscious I'm screwing into resin, and resin can break easily. It's like glass, so it's quite hard, but it's also quite brittle. So I'm just going to gently tighten down until I'm happy with how tight I've got it screwed in. There we go, I'm happy with that. As we can see, I've now got the two brackets on, and we can go ahead and fit that back into the vehicle. Just before we fit back into the bodywork, just remember, just peel off the protective film on each of the mirrors. So just lift a corner gently with a fingernail, and then use some tweezers just to take the film off. Film removed, so we go and see we've got some really nice mirrors there, nice and reflective. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to fit this back into my Ecto 1, and then I'll show you all what it looks like. And as we can see, there is the panoramic mirror all installed within Ecto 1. As we can see, we can adjust the angle of it. For the driver, I've also fixed the sun visors, because Eaglemoss has supplied sun visors that are really floppy. I've fixed them so that they can move up and down and stay in position, so everything does what it's supposed to do. So there we have the panoramic rear view mirror from Mr. Fusion. Kind of views through the windscreen. Obviously got a protective tape on, so as you can see, there we are, it's in the window as it should be. And the sun visors coming down, everything working as it should.